Phase 1. The Ghost in the Machine. The steering wheel vibrates against your palms, a rhythmic, mechanical hum that is the only constant in a life of blurred fence posts and red clay dust. You are Clyde Champion Barrow, and you are currently the most famous man in America. Beside you, Bonnie Parker is nursing a gunshot wound in her leg, the smell of rubbing alcohol and old blood thick in the Ford V8's cabin. You don't stop. You never stop. You are driving at 80 miles per hour down a back road in Missouri, a speed that feels like flying in 1933. To the public reading the Sunday papers, you are a romantic outlaw, a Robin Hood with a Browning automatic rifle. To the law, you are a nuisance that has turned into a nightmare. You've already killed police officers. You've broken your friends out of prison. You think you're faster than the system because, so far, you have been. But here is the problem. You are exhausting the map. Every time you pull a trigger, the circle gets smaller. Right now, you're counting the stolen 10s and 20s in a canvas bag, thinking about the next meal. You don't know that the federal government has just shifted its weight. Within the year, the very roads you claim as your own will become your casket. You have exactly 14 months to live, and the man who will end you hasn't even picked up your trail yet. "Keep driving, Clyde," Bonnie whispers. Her voice is paper thin. You press the pedal. The Ford roars. You're winning. Or you think you are. Phase 2. The blood at Grapevine. The humidity in Texas is a physical weight, pressing the air out of your lungs as you crouch in the brush near Grapevine. It's Easter Sunday, 1934. You're waiting for a teammate, but instead, two motorcycle patrolmen pull up. E.B. Wheeler and H.D. Murphy. They think they're approaching a stalled motorist. They don't know they're walking toward a firing squad. You don't hesitate. The BAR kicks against your shoulder, a stuttering roar that shreds the quiet afternoon. The smell of cordite replaces the scent of wildflowers. When the smoke clears, two men are dead on the pavement. One of them was 22 years old. It was his first day on the job. This is the moment the narrative flips. Before Grapevine, you were a folk hero to the Great Depression's downtrodden. Now, you're just a butcher. The public's fascination turns to disgust. The Texas Highway Patrol isn't just looking for you anymore. They are hunting you. They bring in Frank Hamer. He's a former Texas Ranger with 52 kills to his name and a face like carved granite. He doesn't care about your press clippings. He doesn't care about Bonnie's poems. He begins to study you like a biologist studies a parasite. He tracks your movements, your favorite gas stations, the houses of the family members you can't stop visiting. "They're coming," Henry Methvin says, checking the breech of his rifle. He's right. For the first time, you aren't the one dictating the pace. Hamer is in the shadows, and he's patient. He knows your greatest weakness isn't a lack of firepower, it's your loyalty. Phase 3. The Methvin Mistake. You're camping in the piney woods of Louisiana, the ground damp and the mosquitoes relentless. You're running with Henry Methvin now, a recruit from the East Ham prison farm break. He's young, he's jumpy, and his father, Ivy Methvin, lives nearby. This is your safe zone. You've spent years zigzagging across 5 states, relying on the fact that the police can't cross state lines without a mountain of paperwork. But Hamer has bypassed the bureaucracy. He's formed a multi-state posse. He's talking to the locals, and he finds Ivy. The elder Methvin is a man caught between a rock and a hard place. The law offers him a deal, his son's life for yours. It's a simple trade, loyalty against the electric chair. While you are sitting in the shade, cleaning your guns and eating cold sandwiches, the trap is being built. Hamer knows you'll be back to pick up Henry. He knows the exact stretch of Highway 154 you'll use. He spent days scouting the embankment. He picks a spot where the road narrows, where the brush is thick enough to hide 6 men with high-caliber rifles. "We'll be back by dawn," you tell Ivy. You trust him because you have to. You're tired of sleeping in cars. You're tired of the road. That fatigue is what kills you. You've stopped being a ghost and started being a creature of habit. Phase 4. The Steel and the Lead. May 23, 1934, 9:15 a.m. The sun is high enough to glint off the chrome of your stolen 1934 Ford Deluxe. You're driving towards Sales, Louisiana. Bonnie is in the passenger seat, wearing a red dress, eating a sandwich. You've got a pack of Camels on the dash and a literal arsenal in the back seat. Over a dozen guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition. You see Ivy Methvin's truck parked on the side of the road. It looks like he has a flat tire. You're a good friend. You're a family man. You slow down. The world goes silent for a heartbeat.
You don't see the 6 men hidden in the tree line. You don't see Frank Hamer level his custom Remington Model 8. You don't even hear the order to fire. The first shot hits you in the temple, killing you instantly. The next 130 rounds are just punctuation. The car becomes a sieve. The windshield vanishes in a spray of diamonds and red. Bonnie's scream is cut short by a bullet to the jaw. The car, still in gear, rolls slowly into the ditch, the engine sputtering out as smoke rises from the riddled hood. The posse doesn't stop firing until their magazines are empty. They aren't taking chances. They've seen you escape before. They've seen you shoot your way out of corners. This time, there is no corner. There is only the smell of scorched metal and the sound of birds returning to the trees. "It's done," Hamer says, stepping out from the brush. He walks to the car. He looks at what's left of the most famous couple in the world. There is no romance here, just the heavy, metallic scent of a slaughterhouse. Phase 5. The cost of the road. The news spreads like a wildfire. Within hours, the site is swarmed. You thought the public loved you, but as your bodies are towed into town, the crowd turns into a pack of scavengers. They try to cut locks of Bonnie's hair. They try to snip pieces of your blood-soaked clothes. One man tries to cut off your trigger finger with a pocket knife. This is the reality of the fame you cultivated. You aren't people anymore. You're trophies. Back at the morgue in Arcadia, the coroner counts 17 entrance wounds in your body and 26 in Bonnie's. The Ford V8 is a rolling monument to overkill. The Barrow Gang is officially erased, but the myth is just beginning to harden. The law won because they stopped playing by the rules of the road and started playing by the rules of the hunt. They used your heart against you. They used the one thing you wouldn't betray, your circle of friends, to ensure you never saw the next sunrise. You wanted to be legends. You wanted to be the ones who never got caught. But in the end, you were just 2 kids in a stolen car who ran out of pavement. The money you stole is gone. The cars are returned to their owners. All that's left is a roadside marker and a pair of names that mean nothing to the dirt they're buried in. There is no retirement for people like you, only the ditch.